acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear a cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Ready?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Stay down, defense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. Knight. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Crossing route, he finds Likely. Touchdown! Isaiah Likely, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's got room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Willis will look to throw on first down. This will go to Henry out wide.
Let's go now.
Now it's 2nd and 9. The Titans at 5-3 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Off the play fake, here's Willis. He'll buy some time right. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Racey McMath, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are back within a score. Bullock good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. But not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He'll get this to about the 38. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Willis. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Third and goal at the 4-yard line. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with first and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here we go on fourth down. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Zonovan Knight, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of 15 yards. That's the lead. And the Titans first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A 7-yard gain brings up second and 3.
Second down and 3. Inside handoff, Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now Willis on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action with Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On second down now. It's Knight. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Set at the line for this next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Play action. It's Jackson. Going up top. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Here's Willis now off the play fake. That's caught by McMahon. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Let's go. Play fake. Here's Willis. Willis throws another interception. His 3rd of the game. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
From the 29, Willis dancing to his left. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 180 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They go play action with Willis. Airing it out deep for Woods. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give right side. It's Knight. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll keep it on the ground. Knight. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll run on first down. It's Knight, and he'll be taken down at the 18. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Play action. Here's Willis. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front, and to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Sliding out of the pocket and brought in downfield by Burks. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Willis. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. David Ojabo. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Willis now off play action. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Up the middle they go. Knight. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zonovan Knight, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Buying time to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Henry running right. And even 150 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Here's Willis on 3rd and long. Open man is McMath. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Play action, Willis. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Titans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Third down, it's Willis. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Willis, 4th down, has to have it. This is caught. It's Woods. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Willis to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown.
Malik Willis
scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Rolling to his right.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense
in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all.